take you back now to December 6th, 2015.
It's so hard. It's so hard to win an MLS Cup.
It's really hard. It's really complicated to, even though to be in the final.
It's not easy. A lot of people would think it's easy, but it's not easy at all.
Only one team gets to do it every year.
It's difficult. Some people don't achieve that in their careers. So for us to be able to lift it, those things are difficult and they take years.
Once you have the opportunity, you have to take it because you never know if that is going to come again.
The season went up and down and up and down. Diego Valeri missed the beginning of that season, recovering from his torn ACL suffered on the final day of 2014.
Number 8 is now making his move to midfield.
We were having a terrible season, and we didn't know how to figure it out. We got plenty of discussions and chats on how to do it.
A little bit of a reminder that it's not so easy, and we need to really knuckle down in every game.
Kind of out of the playoff picture towards the latter part of the season.
There's 4 games to go. Don't know if they're going to make the playoffs or not. They suffered a really tough loss in the 4th to last game at home at Providence Park to Sporting Kansas City. And there was, I think, some deflation in the thoughts about what this team could do, faced with 3 games to go.
You know, it's disappointing for sure. And this is a game that we need. The points that were there for us was a great opportunity, so we're disappointed for sure.
You know, I was talking to Nat, and he was like, "Dude, do you remember that, like, our defining moment of the season when Caleb was like, we either go home and let these next 10 games just be it and we can go on vacation early, or do we turn things around and try to make it to the playoffs and make a run for it?" And then that's when we went on the road to LA and we didn't look back after that.
We are watching a desperate soccer team in terms of Portland, and the last place in the world that you want to be if you're desperate is here in Los Angeles playing against the LA Galaxy.
They went to LA, where nobody won back then, and they smashed the Galaxy.
It's Milano in for Adi to turn the fire to score! Fernando Adi!
Never beat Galaxy on the road, right? So here we are.
Wallace clipping it across, Chara's head is in! Diego Chara!
You got to get some bounces to go your way. You got to get hot at the right time, and that team just did that.
Are you serious?
They took care of business on what was the first decision day against Colorado and flew into the playoffs, and we all know what happened after that.
There was something magical in the air about the way that we got to the finals.
Kansas City Piquets, so the double post. That was magic.
That game is remembered for the shootout. It's remembered for one specific penalty more than any, the double post. It's remembered for going 11 rounds all the way to the goalkeepers. But there was crazy drama just to get to penalties.
I just remember the nerve in the game, being up.
It's Wallace in the box, and he has done it!
Then under.
Second cross in, and it's the equalizer! Cuts it back, Christian Nemeth!
And now they're down. And maybe some deflation could set in. And an what's gonna happen could set in. But it didn't within that group.
Bria. John Rooney! He has scored! The Timbers have equalized!
At the time, it was the latest goal ever scored in MLS history. And that moment gets lost in what would come afterwards, the penalty shootout.
We're back for penalty kicks.
10 years later, I feel like I can still remember each and every penalty.
Valeri is saved by Kempin! It's saved by Kawarse!
From the different ones that got saved, from the moments where Kansas City had a chance to win.
Saved by Kempin. Another chance for KC to win it.
And then, of course, the double post.
And it came off both posts and came out
make penalties. Felt like, okay, I might have to take a penalty myself as well.
Goalkeeper versus goalkeeper.
I've only taken one penalty before, except that one.
Adam Kawarise versus John Kempen. And that's a penalty kick from Adam Kawarise. Kempen has made 3 saves. Now he must score. What a night at Providence Park. Adam Kawarise makes the final save against his fellow goalkeeper.
To win games in the playoffs, you gotta make big plays under pressure. Big fucking plays under pressure. We're not just satisfied now to move to the next round. Okay, we're in it to win it.
After that game, I went home and I said, hey, we have the luck of the challenge.
Towards Addy! What a finish from Addy!
There were multiple things kind of going for us, I think, in that year, in that one, we had been under pressure for a month that we needed to win games to make the playoffs, so we were in that rhythm already. 2, we just play in an environment that is playoff packed every single weekend because there is pressure to play here. It does mean more to Portland to put on a Timbers jersey.
But it's given straight back to Darwin Asprilla of Portland. Asprilla's attacked is on!
The run of form we were on all the way through that playoff run, there was just belief in the locker room and belief in the team.
Slips it into Valeri. Fernando Addy on the turn!
You could feel that energy every time that team took the pitch.
Argentines, Valeri, Milano, that's clever. Milano, can he finish? Yes, he can! The Portland Timbers have done it!
On the field, off the field, everyone really, really bonded. Our unit's starting to grow together, and to beat us, it's going to take something special.
One more game! We're destined for this because of what we have gone through.
It was a team that was destined to win and that was going to win.
Almost everything. It comes to my mind when I think about December 6th of 2015. Pretty anxious before the game, even though we were very confident.
I was just calm. It's a football game. Go out and play. Of course, a little bit nervous, but nothing crazy. But what I remember is the Latin boys playing the drums in the back of the bus.
Everybody was tuned in. And, I would observe our guys and everybody was calm. And, we had the biggest striker in the country and he was calm. And
The mood, though, it was what it had been the last couple months, which was confidence, this quiet confidence.
We were really focused to make that day special.
The tailgate, what insanity that was. I mean, the beers are flowing, there's barrel fires going on because it's pretty chilly that day. So we got to keep warm somehow. So we're jumping around, we're singing, we're just living the moment, which is all you can ask for in a time like that.
Unbelievable energy, excitement. The nerves had not set in, I don't think yet. So everyone was just really ready to be in. Just like, let's go, let's get this game going.
Yeah, the pregame was amazing. Handing out flags to everybody, singing. The walk into the stadium felt, like something was going to happen.
We are coming to you live from Mapfre Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, as the Crew SC hosts the Portland Timbers for the 2015 Cup.
Going into a game, being the underdogs against a very good team, and that's when Berhalter and Columbus were really hot.
Whatever you said, whatever you did, none of that matters anymore. Right? Now you have to go perform.
looking at, the players, the coaches, the fans, everything was just so electric.
Their crowd was dead, and you could hear our fans, as always. In any away stadium, any home stadium, you hear the Timbers Army.
You're looking around, and everyone is just focused, laser on the field. Like this is all that matters now for 90 minutes.
We were all very focused on, taking advantage of every moment, being focused on those 20, 25, 30 minutes.
It's a 10. The energy level's a 10. I mean, we got the drums going, Timbers fans are chanting. It was as loud or louder as any TA game here.
The whole team was, okay, this is the opportunity, we have to take it.
It's an MLS original against a new breed. The Heartlanders against the Hipsters. And so it begins.
Big part of this game is how you can take advantage of the moments.
Second final ever here at Mafre Stadium.
What people don't know is that we studied that. So it wasn't like a fluke, oh wow, we knew that.
The last one was in a very different era. Steve Clark has had an absolute shocker.
It's something that we've never done before, right, as a strategy, right? We knew Columbus wanted to build that.
Caleb had said, look at the way that this guy comes out of the locker room. Look at the way he tries to play with the ball.
We set it up with Adi and with Lucas, so the winger tucking in and pressuring the central back, right? As soon as I saw Trapp passing the ball back to the goalies, I went to press right away.
Credit to Diego Valeri and Caleb Porter and the Portland Timbers for putting the pressure on Steve Clark early on.
It happened so quickly, and you don't expect a goal to happen in the first minute of the game.
Valeri slides in there and get a goal. It's just changed the whole momentum of the game. That gave us an extra belief.
There's 90 minutes to go though, and it's a final still.
Throughout my whole career, I perform my best in the biggest moments. When Valeri scored that, I was like, it's my turn now.
All 22 players right now are shell-shocked. Tony Chani thinks the ball's out of bounds. Darlington Nagbe's aware.
I see the play developing on the right side. As soon as that's happening, because I see it on the left side, and I'm like, okay, like this is developing fast. Nagbe was smart enough to play on. The right back isn't catching on. As it's going on the right side, right back thinks the ball is out of bounds. I'm taking off. I hit the back door. He couldn't see me, and I knew Lucas had a great cross, and I knew that the timing was perfect for him to swing that ball right in front of the goalkeeper, behind the defenders, and I did the airplane celebration, didn't know which way to run, but ended up running towards their fans. They ended up throwing beer cans at us.
All I remember was running over to the side, and we started getting pelters. We started getting bottles and and I remember sort of stopped celebrating and like standing back.
It goes into immediate chaos. There's a cacophony of flying through the air. If you had a beer, you threw it. If you had nachos, you threw it. I'm jumping around, I'm right next to the drum. I get knocked into the drum. Here we are in MLS Cup, in the 8th minute, up 2-0. What is going on?
It was like, right, okay, 2-0 up. Let's start to dig in. The boys have done their job, scored 2 goals. Now it's our time to sort of dig in and make sure we hold out to win the cup.
Going back on defense right then, it was like, okay, we hit them with an uppercut. We hit them with another one. They're still standing, and we knew we had a battle on our hands, and we had to figure out, how we're going to deal with it.
It seems to be moving freely enough at the moment. Can he get airborne though and get on the end of this? Meram was close to it. Kamara made a mess of it. Kamara on the turn and scores. And Kai Kamara restores belief here in
We knew that gave them a bit of life. The message was just, we got to continue to do what we're doing, disrupt their rhythm, make sure that it's not easy for them to play out of the back.
An extraordinary first 45 minutes.
Caleb kept a calm demeanor, through that whole time, and so it was able to really just feel like, but stay the course, stay the course. We've got a good front, just keep doing what we're doing.
It was full concentrated in the second half.
We were so confident defensively with that group. We knew that we could hold on to almost any lead we had.
Keep it clean, like if anything comes, you're gonna have it.
I remember him passing it across the front of us, and And I'm thinking, they're not getting through us. They could be there for a month for Sundays, they're not getting through us. Yeah, they might have a chance, but they're not getting through us.
Everybody who was in the midfield was just like, bah, 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 winning all their challenges. It felt like we had control.
It felt like a lot more than 5 minutes. Felt like an hour. You're just staring at the clock, staring at the pitch, staring at the clock, just wishing those seconds away.
That is it! Cascadia reigns! It's a first for the Timbers, a first for the Pacific Northwest.
That moment, winning the MLS Cup, that's something that you work your whole life.
Trying to understand really well what we have achieved.
The Portland Timbers win MLS Cup 2015.
Being a champion it's not just the end result of getting the ring or lifting the trophy. It's that feeling of the journey of what it takes.
No, fue loco porque recuerdo que ese día de la final yo entré en segundo tiempo. Cuando termina el partido, solo me arrodillo, le doy gracias a Dios y empecé a sentir abrazos de mis compañeros y creo que todo el mundo estalló de la misma manera porque fue el primer título para el equipo y ya sabíamos que estábamos en la historia de los Timbers.
It's really hard to describe, you know. It was my first time as a professional to be champions, you know, and to see the effort you put in for a lot of years to be in that momentum. I mean, it was something crazy.
This is a dream, you know, it's a dream. For me, I know it is for our supporters.
It was an amazing achievement. I think it was something that in my career that I'd said I wanted to win and we wanted to win, and suddenly we're standing there lifting the trophy that no one expected us to ever do.
Before the start of the season, every club is aiming to lift the trophies. You know, it's something you never take for granted because, you know, when you build a club, a team, it's all about winning something. So when you win something, that group is a very special group.
For us, that soccer is our life, right? And knowing how important is that for the city and for the history of this club.
Those are the moments, right, that stick with you. It's your teammates, it's your family, it's the army, it's everybody. It's emotional talking about it.
None of these things happen alone. It's a team effort, and the traveling fans, they mean a lot. I mean, it's cool to have them at home, but it's even better to have them on an away game like that.
It's difficult to express it. It's a mix of happiness and satisfaction, and it's amazing.
I can say it was one of the best moments of my career. That changed not just for the players, I think was for everybody.
Merit comes and gives a speech. If you're the first team to win a championship, the city will remember you forever. And sure did.
So for the Timbers to finally become champions, it was a culmination not of 5 seasons, but of 40 years. From 1975, when the Timbers took this city by storm in a way that really no soccer team had done in the United States.
We were all, I think, a little bit like not understanding the gravity of it, right? Until we came back to celebrate.
We just won the league,
So we started walking out and you start to walk through and a lot of the people there clapping us through and you think, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, the whole sort of airport stopped. And as we get outside, to see everybody out there was epic and people wouldn't leave.
We showed up at the airport and it was like throngs of fans, right? And it was like they're coming out of the woodwork, and I get chills thinking about it still.
You know, throughout the plane ride where, you know, people were talking to other people, knowing, oh, what's going on the ground, and, you know, and then arriving and then going through the passage, the airport, and seeing the fans, the amount of fans that were there, you know, Valerian Chara or presenting the trophy to the fans, and just that moment is, is something you never take for granted.
It was a horrendous day, couldn't be any worse, but the boys were loving it, and we jumped on the bus. And I remember not seeing anybody, and I thought, oh, maybe there'd be a few people out. That'd be nice, like a good celebration. We got down the street and we turned the corner. And I remember someone at the front, we was at the back having a drink, someone at the front turned around and they sort of give the face of like, and we turned up that street and I couldn't believe it. I thought, wow, this is epic. It reminded me of something that I turned up here for.
It was a dream. It was all a blur in some ways, just because it was nonstop.
Going through the parade in the downtown, that's the most crowd I've seen. Even though it was, I think, raining on that day, a bit of shower, but you see thousands of people were out there. The atmosphere was great. The party was wonderful.
And then you see the parade, and we have thousands of people, I think like on a noon on Tuesday, that showed up to support us. And that's where it's like, man, this city's so incredible, and our fan base is just world class, right?
The fans give it to us. It was epic. Seeing everybody hanging out windows, and yeah, it was just like an epic ride.
Looking at the city of Portland celebrating a trophy of the Portland Timbers, that was amazing.
I didn't know really what to expect, and of course they absolutely blow our minds with the turnout today.
The rally was electric. Maybe some FCC fines for the local news stations that ran the rally live without a bleep button or on delay.
This is Soccer City, USA!
But that's how you've got to celebrate a championship, right? And they celebrated it well.
For that moment, right? That day and those weeks after, like the feeling here was just electric and so special, and everybody's remembering that, and whoever was a part of it shares that memory with all of us.
This right here is fucking special. History, baby! History!
Bring that cup to the city, see the celebration, I mean, that was something so special that bring that city and the state together, which is just for one thing, MLS Cup.
And in 2015, the magic was real.
People in Oregon, in Portland especially, like they care so much about soccer. We realized what we had done for Portland, what we had done for Oregon. Like the first soccer championship on the men's side for this club and the city was awe-inspiring.
This place is special when it comes to MLS. To give that trophy and this championship back to the city and the Army and the fans in general is just, that's what makes this whole thing so special. It's not just the players on the field. It's not just the coaching staff. It's not just the business and the organization. This is a city that raised the trophy.
The Timbers winning MLS Cup was a reward for a city that is steeped in soccer, that is the best soccer city in America, not just now, not just in 2015, but for legitimately 50 years.
The club was always on a map because of the fans. We was able to put it on a map on the football side to be able to show we're able to get to that pinnacle and win.